the night that stole my life. I always thought betrayals came from strangers. I never believed my own blood could destroy me. But 2 years ago, in a small town in Maplewood, Vermont, my world was taken from me in less than 48 hours. I grew up in Maplewood, a sleepy little town where gossip traveled faster than the church bells on Sunday morning. My fiancé, Aaron Clark, had been in my life for as long as I could remember. We met in preschool, built forts together in the woods, rode our bikes around the cul-de-sac, and by the time we were teenagers, everyone in town already assumed we'd end up together. Aaron was everything I ever wanted in a partner: steady, protective, and fiercely loyal. He didn't have siblings, but he treated my family as his own. He was at our house almost every night, sometimes eating dinner with us, sometimes helping my dad fix things in the garage. My mother adored him. My father respected him. Even my 2 older sisters were close with him. When Aaron proposed to me at 21, it was like Maplewood itself threw a party. Neighbors brought pies, my parents hosted a barbecue, even the pastor from our church stopped by to congratulate us. For the first time in my life, I felt like my story was lining up exactly the way it was supposed to. But not everyone was happy. My middle sister, Emily, had always been complicated. She was 2 years older than me, beautiful in that sharp, intimidating way, with a permanent smirk that made you wonder if she was laughing at you in her head. She struggled through high school, parties, alcohol, brushes with the law, and though my parents bailed her out every time, she always seemed resentful of me. I wanted to believe she loved me. I truly did. But looking back, I think she only loved control. One Friday evening, Emily did something she had never done before. She asked if I wanted to go out with her. "Come on, Lily," she said, tugging at my arm. "We've never gone clubbing together. You're getting married. This is like your unofficial bachelorette night." It felt strange. Emily had never included me in her social life. But I thought maybe she wanted to build a bridge, and so I agreed. The club wasn't my scene: dark, loud, sticky floors, but after a couple cocktails, I loosened up. Emily seemed to be in her element, strutting around like she owned the place. At one point she spotted a tall guy across the dance floor. "I'm going to climb him like a tree," she whispered, her lips curling into a grin. But minutes later, she stormed back, her face twisted with anger. "He asked for your number," she hissed. I laughed, trying to lighten the mood. "Forget him. There are plenty of guys here who'd kill to have you." Her jaw tightened. Then she said she needed the bathroom. And she never came back. I remember sitting at the bar, sipping another cocktail, but soon everything blurred. My head spun. My legs felt like concrete. I stumbled outside, trying to call Aaron, but my phone had died. That's when I heard someone call my name. It was Mark, a guy Emily had briefly dated years ago. He offered to help me into a cab. I was too dizzy to argue. The last thing I remember was sliding into the back seat. I woke up on a leather sofa in an unfamiliar living room. My head pounded. My phone was on the coffee table, dead. Mark was in the kitchen, pouring water. "You blacked out in the cab," he explained casually. "I didn't know your address, so I brought you here. You just crashed on the couch." Nothing happened. Embarrassed, I thanked him, called a cab, and went home. When I opened the front door of my parents' house, my entire family was waiting. My mother. My father. Emily. Aaron. Even Aaron's parents. At first, I thought they were worried. But Aaron's first words were, "How could you do this to me?" Confused, I tried to explain, but Emily stepped forward, tears in her eyes, claiming she had seen me all over random guys at the club, and that she personally watched me leave with Mark. She pulled out her phone, showing photos of him guiding me outside, his hand pressed against my back. My stomach dropped. Out of context, the pictures looked damning. I begged her to call Mark to clear it up. She dialed. On speaker, Mark's voice came through, cold, deliberate. She begged me to take her home. We slept together. More than once. The room erupted. Erin's face turned red. My mother burst into tears. My father looked like he wanted to disappear. I screamed that it was a lie, but no one believed me. Erin stormed out. My mother slapped me. And by nightfall, I was standing on the porch with nothing but my purse, my belongings thrown into garbage bags on the lawn. By the next day, I was homeless. I tried everything to make them believe me. I called Erin dozens of times, left messages until my voice cracked. I begged my parents to listen. I pleaded with Emily. No one answered. When Christmas rolled around, I went to my parents' house, hoping to reconcile. No one answered the door. Later, a friend called me. She had just seen photos on Facebook of my entire family in upstate New York, celebrating the holidays. Emily, my parents, my grandparents. Erin and his family too. All smiling. All laughing. All together. Without me. That night, I cried harder than I ever had in my life. And when I woke up the next morning, I blocked every number. Every account. Every face. I disappeared. I moved 2 hours away to a town called Ashwood, where no one knew my name. A diner owner named Mr. Keller offered me a job and let me rent the tiny apartment above the restaurant for cheap. It wasn't glamorous, 10-hour shifts, greasy aprons, aching feet, but slowly, I built something resembling a life. I saved money. I upgraded from the tiny attic apartment to a modest condo. I was promoted to assistant manager. I thought I had buried Maplewood forever. 2 years passed. It was a Thursday night when I heard the knock. When I opened the door, my heart nearly stopped. Erin. He looked the same, tired, older, but still the man I once loved. All the memories came rushing back, the laughter, the nights under the stars, the promises we had whispered. I tried to slam the door. He caught it. Please, he begged. Just let me explain. Against my better judgment, I listened. Emily, he told me, had gotten married. And in some twisted burst of guilt, she confessed everything. The setup. The photos. The lies. She admitted she couldn't stand the idea of me having happiness she didn't. She had convinced Mark to lie, to say I slept with him. None of it was true. She admitted it, Erin said, tears in his eyes. Lily, I made the biggest mistake of my life not believing you. Your family wants to see you. I want you back. But all I could think was, where were you when I needed you most? A week later, another knock. This time, it was my father. The moment I saw him, my stomach churned. I actually threw up, right there in the doorway. He insisted on cleaning it up. Then we sat, and I let years of pain spill out. He confessed that he and my mother were divorcing. He claimed he had begged her to reach out to me, but she refused, calling me a liar who brought shame on the family. He said he never knew she would kick me out permanently. He thought it was temporary. I asked why they defended Emily through her addictions, her arrests, her failures. Yet threw me away in a single night. He broke down crying. He said he would give anything to undo it. He told me he cut off Emily completely. That to him, she was dead. But my mother still begged him to forgive her, claiming they couldn't lose 2 daughters. For the first time, my father defied her. He filed for divorce. He blocked her. He tracked me down through Erin. I told him I didn't know if I could ever trust him again. But that maybe, I was willing to try. On my terms. After my father left, I called Emily's husband. My hand shook as the phone rang. When he answered, I spilled everything, her manipulations, her lies, the truth about that night. I expected him to defend her. Instead, he sighed heavily. I knew she wasn't innocent, he said quietly. She's been tearing my family apart, too. She spread lies about my sister, destroyed their relationship. My sister didn't even come to our wedding because of her. For the first time, I realized Emily wasn't just my burden. She was poison to everyone she touched. So where does that leave me? I've decided to reconcile slowly with my father. He has shown me with actions, not just words, that he's willing to change. My mother? I don't think I'll ever forgive her. Not after the slap. Not after the bags on the lawn. Not after Christmas. Emily? She's a ghost to me. As for Aaron, he's waiting. I haven't agreed to see him again. Part of me still loves him, but another part knows he abandoned me when I needed him most. Even if Emily fooled him, he chose not to believe the woman he claimed was his soulmate. I don't know what I'll do. But I know this. The girl who was thrown out into the cold 2 years ago no longer exists. I built my life from ashes once. And I'll never let anyone take it from me again. The end.